BBC.com. We're talking about the bombing that took place in Manchester. Tiffany, I want to go straight back to the phones at 877-532-5797. That's the number to join us in this discussion. Let's go line 6 and welcome Jihad, joining us from Atlanta, listening on 1380 WAOK. Jihad, welcome to Keeping It Real with Reverend Al Sharpton. You got Tiffany Cross and yours truly. Your thoughts about this bombing?
How you all doing first?
Good.
Great. Good. Okay, let me say this, and this is going to be a little controversial, but let's roll with it. Keep it for real. You said a few minutes ago that because of this, the wrath of America is going to come, or the wrath of the world is going to come down on these people. You remember making that comment earlier?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Okay, that's good. Now, here's my dilemma. Do you remember, or have you seen Mosul, the city? Have you seen Iraq? Do you remember the children dying from the sanctions? Do you remember the bombs dropping on Iraq, killing children, families, kids, destroying the whole civilization? Did you see the city in Syria?
There has been collateral damage in the Iraq war. There's been collateral damage in every war that the United States has had to wage. But go ahead, what is your point?
Okay, you understand my point. My point is that just like you feel that the wrath will come down because these children were killed, why wouldn't these people feel the same way? Both are wrong. But the problem is that we don't do justice to the situation, and we allow America and the European countries to change this narrative that their deaths are collateral, but our deaths are holy and saintly.
Did you want it?
No, nobody's saying that. No,
stop,
yeah. Nobody said that. Nobody's saying that. Nobody's implying that. It is horrible when, and Tiffany, you can jump in here as well. It is horrible when innocent people die as a result of military action taken by the United States or anybody else. It's horrible. And I do know that our military, our strategists, who go in and plan these military campaigns, they do so trying to limit as much collateral damage as possible. Here's a guy who strapped a bomb onto himself and decided, I'm just going to kill myself and everybody else. Now, there's a huge difference between the two, Jihad. Your thoughts about this, Tiffany?
Well, I would also bring up the point that to Jihad that these are not even American deaths we're talking about. So we're not speaking from the perspective of American deaths are so tragic. These, are happening in Manchester, England. And I think it's sad and tragic when anyone anywhere is killed. And I do take your point. I completely understand what you're saying. Yes, there are times where there's tragedy like this that happens every single day across the world. And when it does happen to a nation that is not predominantly of color, it does tend to get more attention. I completely take your point. However, one does not negate the other. Hate begets more hate. And when something like this happens, it is incumbent upon us all to stand up and step out and speak against it. Not a time to say, well, America did X, Y, and Z, therefore these deaths are excusable. I refuse to subscribe to that type of hateful rhetoric, despite the fact that our own president said something like that on 60 Minutes. I don't take your point that it's not proper to call out hate when we see it just because American military may have had some casualties overseas.
Is that it, Jihad? We appreciate that phone call. 877-532-5797. My mind right now is back on how President Obama prosecuted the war on terrorism with the targeted military strikes using drones. In this way, collateral damage like that, which invariably is going to happen in any military campaign, is going to happen. But it is limited, big time, in the way President Obama chose to prosecute the war on terror. And he killed more jihadists than his predecessor did, and so far, than this current president has. 877-532-5797. Let's go to line 3. Johnson joining us from Detroit, listening on 1200 WCHB. Welcome to Keeping It Real with Reverend Al Sharpton. You got Tiffany Cross and yours truly. Your thoughts?
Thank you, Ms. Cross, for taking the call. I just want to touch on something that kind of hurts me as a veteran. A serious young man went to college all of these years just so he can come out and I believe be a first lieutenant in the United States Army. He's getting ready to go into the military and you got this homegrown terrorist, right-wing clown, killed this young man. And you know what? You guys talking about it and other people talking about it. But Mr. Egleshine, we're not talking about it a damn enough. You got this clown Steve Bannon in the White House with that all-right crap. Man, we're going to have to do something about this instead of keep talking about it, man. What are we going to do? This young man lost his life from an ingrown terrorist, man. I'm sorry what happened over there, but we have terrorists here, right here in the United States of America, and we need to get on this guy, man. We need to get on Trump. We need to get on this guy, Steve Bannon. They have no business. Steve Bannon has no damn business being in the White House. I got a problem with all of this, man. I'm sorry what happened over there, but this young man, military man, and I'm a former military guy, he lost his life for this right-wing, alt-right crap, man. It is just wrong. We need to step up and start doing something about it instead of stop talking about it every day. I'm getting sick of it, man. And thanks for taking the call, Mr. Egleshine. Thank you.
I appreciate that. Tiffany, your thoughts about his frustration there?
Sure. I echo his frustration, and I can feel that young man's pain and anger, and I share in it with him, and I think he's absolutely right. He raises a valid point. And so this may hurt some feelings of some listeners out there, but I'm going to say that Steve Bannon landed in the White House because the American people allowed it. Either you voted for it or you abstained from it, and it is ignorance that rests on both sides of the aisle. It's not something that rests alone with Republicans, I hate to say, but I know a number of people who did not vote in this election or who were misinformed when they cast their vote in this election. And some of them, many of them, look like you and me on this phone right now. I would also say that when you're expressing this anger, one of the things that frustrates me, which is why I can share in his anger, as all of this is going on, including Richard Collins, who was stabbed, which was just tragic. I mean, this young man's parents had to, went through this weekend when he was supposed to graduate. He was robbed of his life. I can't even imagine how his parents must feel. But I must say, when I scroll through my Twitter feed, my Instagram feed, my Facebook feed, and what I hear people talking about, I think that we need to talk about it more. We're not talking about it enough. We're not talking about Steve Bannon in the White House. We're not talking about homegrown terrorism. But what are we talking about on social media? One thing I've seen people tweeting and posting about is the producers, the Real Housewives of Atlanta, may have faked a storyline. And I want to scream, who the hell cares? There's a president in the White House who's faking a storyline that actually impacts you. So while I share in this frustration, I would also issue a challenge to the people out there listening. Turn off that reality TV, because the best reality TV is happening right here out of the nation's capital. And these are storylines that will actually impact your life, that will actually touch what you're trying to do today and will impact your tomorrow. And if your people are confused about what to do and how to get involved and how to have their voice heard, it's really not difficult. It's not challenging. You have to go be a thorn in your side of your elected representative. And it's not all in federal policy. It doesn't all rest in Washington, D.C. It involves you getting involved in your local school district race, in your member of Congress race, in the person who's the mayor of your town. Just like you have Black Lives Matter out here screaming and protesting. But when you talk to some of the people who are protesting, did you know the sheriff in your town was an elected position? Did you vote in that election? And many of the people I've talked to personally, they did not. When you ask, who is your member of Congress? And they can't name them. Who's your senator? They can't name them. Many people don't know the difference between local government, federal government, and state government. So we do have to educate and inform ourselves. I think we have to be informed first, and then we have to be engaged. So I definitely understand what he's saying, but I would also challenge people to take it upon themselves to play a more active role in your civic engagement. It's not only your right, it's your responsibility.
No question about it. Very well said. Elections have consequences. We come on this radio, and Rev has been on the radio now for over